To meet a brand new Julian's person, and don't forget, we're always looking for new recruits, so let me know if you're doing something in 2013 that you're happy to share with me. Now, Les Carvall is the director of a charity intriguingly named Heaven Can Wait, I'm Busy. I love this. The project director also, he is of the Ultimate Challenge, the first fundraising event to be organised by the charity, and he's with me now to tell us more about his plans. Les, lovely to see you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome to the airways. Yeah. First of all, I love the title of the charity. What a great name.
Yeah, well, it came about because it's all old folks that's involved, and what other title could we have?
So that is good. Heaven Can Wait, I'm Busy. And it's dedicated to encouraging people of all ages, but in particular older people, to become involved in active fundraising events and raising money for children, am I right in saying?
Children and general charities. We've got some local charities as well.
Right. So what are the plans?
Well, if I go back to 2008, I guess, just to give you a little bit of history, we sold our business. I found myself retired at 68, and for 2 years I did basically what retired people do, and I got thoroughly bored with that towards the end of the time. It was in 2010 that myself, my wife and two friends were in Greece, and we were driving up to Meteora in the mountains, and we come across this convoy of vehicles that passed, all with the Peking to Paris rally on the side of the vehicles.
And you thought?
I thought, well, that's for me, you know. And so I looked into it, and this went on. I couldn't think of much more about anything else other than a rally. I thought, well, I'll be a rally driver, and I looked in to see what I needed apart from owning a car. Anyhow, one evening I was looking at the various bits and pieces, maps and what have you, and I happened to glance to find out whether it would be possible to drive around the world.
Yeah.
Well, of course, at that point I was hooked. I just couldn't help myself. The more I looked, the more I wanted to do it, and it just went on from there.
So this is a little bit different from saying I'm going to do some volunteering down the local community centre. The plan is to, just to clarify this, Les, in my mind, to rally drive around the world. Obviously land-based, so there's a ship work involved in this too.
Yes, there is. I mean, in effect, we'll be doing something like 16,000, 17,000 miles, land miles, driven miles, if you like, but the vehicles will do something like 28,000. We'll be, the journey, if you like, will be through 16 countries. It'll take us 6 months to do, including the sea time, and we'll be leaving on the 31st of March and expect to get back on the 12th of September this year, ready for going into the boat show.
When I heard about this story I'll be honest, from your son-in-law that I first heard about this morning, Simon, I thought we've got to do this on the air, and we're going to follow you whilst you're on the journey, which is going to be fascinating, and all the ups and downs. I caught a bit of Michael Palin's Around the World in 80 Days, a rerun from about 20 years ago over Christmas, and I suddenly thought, this is the kind of thing you're going to be experiencing, all the problems, the boat doesn't arrive on time, where am I going to stay, all that you're going to be living now, are you?
Yeah, well, I looked at that in the early days, and I wondered how I could put this thing together. I'm not a charity person, and it suddenly dawned on me that I know how to put a business together, so why not treat it as a business? And I've approached it as a business and put everything together, organised it, and I would say it's probably, if you look at it from that point of view, it's probably one of the biggest business and challenging things I've ever done in my life.
And you've got high support, or good support, in high places, haven't you?
Yeah, in the early days, Suzuki, I spoke to Suzuki about the idea, and they were a bit hesitant, but in all fairness, they came on board later on very strong and are very supportive. They helped us financially. They supplied one vehicle, I purchased the second vehicle, and since then we've been building on how we're going to put this project together.
Boris Johnson is also supporting the Ultimate Challenge rally as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I need to clarify that, but his office, I mean, we've had some support from Desmond Swain, our local MP, who put us in touch with Boris. Right. I'm afraid these days he's up in the air. I mean, he's untouchable, but he's a character. We got dispatches, and
that's good.
Things seem to be working okay.
Well, as the year goes on, we're going to hear more, but let's very quickly, all importantly, mention who you're raising the money for whilst you're doing this.
Yeah, well, basically, it's Save the Children. it is a worldwide thing. You know, the kids of this world need some help, so maybe we can do something. Oakhaven Hospice down at Everton, Pennington, and we've got one or two other people, organisations. But I have to say this: I'm getting approached by charities on and off all the time, and first we have to make the money before we can give it away. And the ultimate challenge is the thing where we're going for big money.
Well, look, you and I are going to be talking a lot more during 2013. It's a great project. There is a website, Heaven Can Wait, I'm Busy. Very easy to remember, .com. For the moment, Les, thanks for joining us on BBC Radio Solo.
It's my pleasure.
What a story. And travelling through 16 countries, including Slovakia, Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Alaska, Canada and the United States. Jeff and Judy, you fancy?
Just extraordinary.
Wonderful. The travel news for Les on that one. We'll update him on the roads as he goes along. Yeah, brilliant.